Hello, everyone. I have been away from streaming for a bit. Um, and I'm not gonna come back in full swing just yet. Just the nature of my conditions, kind of like caring for a tree. You let the branches grow, and then sometimes you gotta take some time to cut it back. Um, anyway, but I wanted to pop in a little bit today. Uh, just to say hello and I don't know, share some stuff I'm working on currently. So I have a maker space local to my area, and I've been doing little projects here and there. The first thing I worked on is this uh coil machine arm, which as you can see is pretty simple. Um and I ended up having to learn to weld and stuff for that one. Some more exciting stuff I've made, like this. Let's see, where is it? Mark 3, maybe? Hello, Nesto! Euro Truck Sim. Oh, yeah, no, the last one was a train one. That sounds fun, though. I'm doing alright. I'm just popping in real quick, just doing a little bit of, 3D modeling today in Fusion. If it lets me open them. Oh, it's because it's set to read on. Okay, if I make it editable, I'll be able to open it. No? Alright. Well, it just didn't want to register. So I'm just showing off some of the 3D model tools that I've been making. This one is for the inner layer of these snowflake ornaments that I make. And yep. Can I open them while they're read-only? That would be nice. This one needs to be edited a little bit. I want to improve the loop. Um, yeah. No idea what's that on the screen. Oh, yeah, this is just a like CAD software. So, Blender is like what you would use to do 3D models that are gonna stay digital, whereas this type of software is used for engineering. So, this, for example, is created to be printed out on a 3D printer. Um, I have a makerspace local to me that has 3D printers I can use. I usually use the Bamboo. Uh, One of the cooler things I did recently is make this, here, let's just open this one. Is it gonna open both? No, just one. Oh no, it did open both. Anyway, this one's editable. Why is it still loading? Well, clearly it's mad at me. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just showing off a little bit of some of the stuff I've been working on. This is a skeletal frame for an articulated bird wing, which means that when I print it out, it's able to open and close. I actually have, let me see if I can grab this, find a picture to show you what I'm talking about here. Um, this one seems good. Alright, let's go to... I should have like a blue sky thing. Am I holding buttons down? Oh, I am. Well, that would explain why it's causing all of these problems. There we go. Alright. New tab. Oh, no, I don't actually want that. I sometimes post craft stuff to Blue Sky. Although I don't use any social media very often, mostly just Reddit. Ah, here we go. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna save this into the correct folder. That's not the correct folder. Where would I put this? I have so many folders. There we go. Alright. First attempt closed. And... first attempt open. Perfect. Alright, so... I actually do quite a lot of crafting stuff, just for fun. And on here I have an example of a sculpture I made that is a peacock. And I think it did come out quite pretty, but let's see. How far down? This one, the peacock sculpture I made a long time ago. So I have to scroll a little bit. Ah, here it is. Okay. So let's just grab this. I'll just change so you guys can see my screen and not just the CAD software. Alright, so here is a sculpture that I made of a peacock. I'm not very good at video editing. Also, why is it so poor quality? Oh, it's probably because Blue Sky compressed it. Anyway, well, that doesn't look nearly as good as I thought it would. Um, but anyway, I made this video, um, just to show off the peacock sculpture. It's like 2 feet long and 1 feet high, and it took me 100 hours and over 2,000 feet of wire. But one of the things that I didn't like about it very much is, I don't know, these wings, they're not very anatomically correct, are they? Um, so I've been doing studies on wings and trying to make some better some better wings. And that is what this is for. To make some wings that like can actually pose, and then I could do them feather by feather instead of just kind of a rough approximation, which is what I had before. So I did that, and I'm still making... This one has a small flaw right here, doesn't actually hook up. It's got some joint instability. So I changed the part so that it can move up and down in here. So yeah, today I was thinking on working on a new project, which is a knitting machine. There we go. So I have a knitting machine that I bought some years ago, and I am planning to make some adjustments to it on account of I really like tight knits, but a knitting machine is usually gonna be like looser, I guess. Let's see. So maybe I'll show you what a knitting machine is. That'd probably be helpful. So you can normally knit with like knitting needles, right?
Has come to say hi.
Alright, so let's just mute this guy, and I'll just make it big and share the screen here. So here we go. This is a knitting machine, and you can see it's round, so it makes kind of a tube. You can also do straight pieces, and you kind of thread the yarn in, and then you have a hand crank over on the side. And if you do this, then you can kind of turn the crank and it will just start knitting for you, basically, right? You just have to watch out for dropped stitches and stuff, so it can be kind of troublesome. I actually set mine up so that I could use a power drill on it to make it go really fast. But since it's made out of plastic, it started melting the parts, which was not ideal. Not ideal. But you can make some cool stuff with these. So far, I mostly have made scarves. I think I made a hat once. Um, but yeah, they make these kind of loose knits where but I really like tight knits, so I was thinking of making my own version of it. So I took mine apart, and in order to make a better version, I need to, oh no. All right, everything's spilling. That's fine. It has a lot of tiny parts. I'll just shake those out and that'll probably be fine. All right, so I have the disassembled product in front of me, and basically what I need to do is just measure everything and then turn it into a shape. So I've got. Where the fuck did my measuring tape go? It's in here somewhere. I have calipers that are used for smaller measurements. And I specifically had Korichi bring me these things that are used in sewing, which I've done in the past because I used to cosplay. And that would be really useful if I could actually find it. My cat may have stolen it. She likes to make off with the small pieces. Now, where the fuck is my measuring tape? So I can't exactly 3D model it. Oh, is it under the cat? I knew it! Alright, cool. I got it. Alright. Yeah, so to make a 3D model like this, the first thing you gotta do is create a sketch. And that's a 2D sketch that can be turned into a 3D sketch. So I'm going to find the diameter of this circle, and I would have liked to have this like on camera, but I don't have a camera set up yet. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and measure. So I think we've got about 30 centimeters in diameter. Let's go with 30.5 centimeters. That seems good. All right, so that's our first circle. And this is going to be one of the more complex things I've attempted. So, you know, who knows how this is going to go. So we're going to create a sketch here, and then you have to choose which plane you're going to put it on, right? So there's those three sides. So I'm just going to start top down here, and I'm going to want to create a circle. And I think I'm going to do a center diameter circle. So we're going to start here, and for a diameter, this is millimeters, so let's see. I would like Where's my thing? Here we go. Alright, let me calculate how many I'm gonna need. So 30.5, and millimeter is 1,000th, which means I have to multiply it by 100 to get how many. Okay, so 3,050. 3,050 is where we're at. Okay, so this is gonna be 3,050. Okay, we're gonna zoom way the hell out, and I don't think I need this. So, this is our initial circle, and this shape actually has a ton of little tiny shapes that I'm gonna have to make, and that's gonna be kind of annoying, but it's just what you've gotta do. So, this is the very bottom of the machine, so let me get the inner circle, because a knitting machine has a circular knitting machine has the inner circle free, and that's pretty much exactly 20 centimeters. And so that's going to be what, like 2,000? Yeah, I think that's going to be 2,000 millimeters. Okay, let's create another circle for the inside. Hit here, and we're just going to go 2,000. All right. So this is the empty circle, and then this is where the part will be. And it has so many little divots in it because it has screw holes and little places. It has like screw mounts, and then it has slots for the legs to fit into. And then it also has this half circle doodad, which is where the hand crank goes. So, I think, let's see, what's the best place to start? I think I'll start with, let's start with the little nubs. There's 4 nubs on the inside. So I'm going to take my calipers and I'm going to measure those. My cat is very interested in what is going on here. Alright, we got it zeroed out, so this caliper is showing me it is gonna be 6 point... Okay. 6.15. And about, let's say, 5 millimeters. Okay. And then, in terms of how long it is, also 5 millimeters. Alright. So, we have 4 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom all the way in. And we are going to make some guidelines. So it's going to be about 5. Wait. Is this giving me centimeters or millimeters? I'm considering that I may have done fucked up. In which case, it's an easy fix. But let me just double check myself real quick. Okay, so 150. Is this inches? No, this is centimeters. Right? I think I got the math wrong. Because I'm measuring it, and my calipers go up to 150 millimeters, and that's giving us like 16.2 centimeters. So the math is not mathing. I've clearly made mistakes in this life, which honestly happens all the time. I kind of fuck my way through these things. Okay, so centimeters, 2 millimeters, 1 to 10. Ah, yes. So that would explain things. I don't know why I thought it was 100. So we're gonna stop creating this circle, and I'm just gonna, like, uh, fix these. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Alright. So we're just gonna fix these. There we go. Problem solved. Alright. Now, we're gonna go up here and make a line that is gonna be 5 millimeters. And it's also going to be 5 millimeters this way, which is gonna be 2.5. Oh no, what have I done? Oh, no. Okay. We're just gonna make 2.5. Is that? Ah, yes. Okay. And we're gonna put 2.5 going this way. 2.5. Okay. And now we need. Wait. Let me measure again. My memory is not the best. Okay, so just to extra confirm. Oh yeah, this one is not gonna be 2.5. This is 6.15. Okay, so if I'm gonna have 6.15, then that's not gonna be this. It's gonna be 3.75, I think? 3.75. There we go. Alright, we're gonna do the same over here. 3.75. No, it wouldn't be 75. It's like 15 divided by 2 is gonna be like 7.5, wouldn't it? I think it might be 0.75. I probably shouldn't be doing too much guesswork here. Okay, so let's do 6.15 divided by. Yeah, 0.75. That's what I thought. Okay. Come on, buddy. Oh. Ah. Alright. We got it. Alright, so this is the base, and then we want a circle, and we're gonna go with a center diameter right at the end of this, and it's gonna be 5 millimeters. Perfect. And what kind of shape is this? Is it curved? Nah, it's pretty flat. So then we're just going to take this, and we're gonna go make sure that they touch. Because if they don't touch, then I can't fix them later. Okay, perfect. So, now you see we have this little tab. And then, I can also create a circular pattern and then click all of the things I want to copy, which is all three of these things. And the center point is going to be here, and I want 4 of them. Perfect. So now I have all of the 4 tabs. So this is the shape that we have with these 4 little tabs. It's starting to shape up. Now, let's see. We also have... Do I want to do the screws next, or do I want to do the... I'll do the handle. I'll do the handle next. Alright, so, grab my trusty calipers again. My face tracking is gonna be shit because I'm doing other things. And my face is not correctly... Okay, so this is basically 5.5 millimeters. And how long is it? Let's lengthen that up. Alright. 62. Alright, so I'm gonna zoom us the fuck out and zoom back in. So we have 62. And let's go ahead and 31. Alright, so it's gonna be right along the curve here. And I'm gonna go ahead and click. Why are you... There we go. Alright, so we want 31 in one direction. And then we want 31 in the other direction. 31. Okay. And it's comes outwards by like 5 centimeters. Is that 5 centimeters from the sides? I think it is 5 centimeters from the corners. So if I were to put this like here, and then I want to put another line going from here up by 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters, and we're just gonna get it right there. Beautiful. And we'll just do the same on the other side. I can also delete this extra line if I could touch it, but I can't, so we'll just leave it there. Nope. Give me my line. Okay. Here to here, and then here going up by 5 centimeters. Excellent. And then... I have no idea why this keeps doing this. I would like you to be pinned to the toolbar, please. Thank you. Alright. So we're gonna go from here all the way to here. And this is actually a half circle, but obviously we can't tell that just yet. Oh, no, I don't want to delete everything. I only want to delete these lines that I don't need. Okay, so we don't need those lines. Now, the thing about this is not only one thing, it actually has a little lip here. So I need to measure that. So lengthwise, this is gonna be 58 exactly. And as for the difference, I guess I'll just do that. 58. Okay. So we're gonna go 58, 29. So we're going to take this line. We're going to start at the center point. How tall is it? Let's find out. Not very tall. Very tiny. Just a tiny, tiny little lip there. It's like 2 millimeters, I want to say. Looks like 2 millimeters to me. We'll go with 2. All right, so we're gonna go up by 2 millimeters, and then we're gonna go ahead and go over by 29 millimeters. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. 29. Wait, did you go the other? Okay. Come on, you. I need you to do 29 this way. And then we'll also just connect it like this. Perfect. And I can probably even do this. And then get rid of this line. All right. So this is in fact the line that we have. Perfect. And let's see. What's the next thing we're going to do? Let's go with the screws. So there's going to be one right underneath it. Pretty much right underneath it. So I'm going to take the calipers and let's find out the measurements for these things. This is actually kind of hard because I'm wearing my VR headset, but the camera is like super low resolution, which is not great for taking precise measurements. So, this is going to be a learning process here. Okay. So, if I'm going to put this one, I want to see how far out from the edge is this circle. And I think it's going to be, if I just peek over my headset, it's like 8 millimeters. All right. 8 millimeters it is. So we'll just take it from here to here, and we're going to go with 8. All right. Now, how big is the circle? Circle is going to be 5 millimeters exactly. But I also need to know this thing. 2.5, basically. Right? No? It's gonna be like 2... I think 2.5 is safe to say. And it's gonna be 7.5 and 7.5. Alright. So we have 3/4 of a centimeter here. Alright, so if I'm gonna zoom in, one of the things going on here is actually that... Okay, so this can stay for now. So this is actually going to be, let's go with 0.75. Okay. And we're going to put 0.75 going on all of the corners, actually. So we're going to go here. And we're going to go 0.75. And I'm going to escape from this. And we're also going to get from here to here, 0.75. Okay. So, this actually, I think we could just 0.75. Okay. Delete this, we don't need it. So this is our corner point. And I think I'll probably end up just mirroring this, I want to say, because otherwise this is going to be really annoying to do it over and over again. So 0.75. How dare you? That's not where I wanted the line. Most of the work is just fighting the program to make it do what you want to do. And how dare you? Okay, I don't. Oh, fudge. Alright. Now, granted, somebody who knows the program better than me would not be having these issues, but, you know, I'm still learning. Alright, so we got 0.75. I want it to go there. And I want another one going down. 0.75. Okay. And we're gonna keep it up. So say I want to do it like right around here. And I want it to go 0.75. Perfect. Alright. Now I can start connecting these. So we're gonna get a line from here. It really doesn't want to behave, does it? Okay. Here we go. A line down to here. Perfect. And we're going to connect these dots. And we're going to connect 0.75. Yep. Excellent. And then we can connect this one to this one. And now we can delete those lines that we don't need in order to get the shape that we are looking for. Okay. I don't think I need that. Yep, okay, so this is all good. The only thing is I still need to make it go out towards the middle. So, let's do that by starting here and going all the way over to here. And once I do that... Oh, wait, no. Yep, I can delete this. Alright, so we got one of these. And we actually have 2 layers here because it's kind of hollow. So how many is that? Let me check. Okay, so if it's 2, it's basically 2.5. Alright, so I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna go 2.5 minus 0.75 minus 0.75 again. So that leaves us with 1. So there's gonna be a gap here of 1 millimeter. So let's get that planned out. Why don't we? We're gonna go down by 1 millimeter. We're also going to go over by 1 millimeter. Here. 1 millimeter. And that's gonna go all the way down. This is gonna go over by 1. Actually, what are you trying to do here? I don't remember telling you to make that. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna go over by 1 millimeter. And we're also gonna go down by 1 millimeter. Starting from here. So 1. And of course, we're gonna go down 1 millimeter on this side as well. Okay. And there we go. And also, let's get rid of the extra lines that we no longer need. I don't think we need this line. I do need a line going from here to here. And from here to here. But I don't need this line. And I don't need this line. Alright, so this is the negative space. And then we have one more 0.75 to go. So let's grab this. And we're going to go down 0.75. Right there. And same thing over here. 0.75. Okay. And obviously, we want down from here. 0.75. Lots of numbers, as you can see. So we don't need this one anymore. And we're going to do this. And we're going to go down by 0.75. And we are going to go like this. And we're going to go like this. 0.75. Excellent. And we'll just put that there. Start deleting the lines that we no longer need. If it will let me select them. Yes. I don't need you either. I certainly don't need you. And I don't need you. Oh, no, no, no. I did need you. Sorry. Okay. Connect the dots. And we're going to want to go from here all the way over to here. And then we can delete that extra line that we have here. Perfect. All right. So now you can see this is going to be a piece of plastic. This will be a piece of plastic. And then this is the hole in between the two pieces. And we can just grab all of these lines here and just mirror them, actually. I might just delete these. Since we're going to mirror it, we might as well. All right. Oh, right, there's one more thing. There's actually a circle hole, which is where the axle of the doodad goes. So let's measure that. All right, how long is this thing? Get it like this. Okay. That looks about right. It's basically 9 millimeters. Okay, and how thick does the thick part go? That's basically 2.5. All right, so we want 9 millimeters, and that's going to be 4.5. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go ahead and measure out 4.5. Oh, I don't want to move that. Okay, so this is going to be a hole, and it's a hole in all layers. So we're just going to grab here to here, and then we can just, honestly, this could probably be deleted. Yeah, I'll just redo these lines, because we don't need those there. So let's grab this right over here, and it's gonna end here. Oh wait, no, it won't, because this actually goes inwards a little bit. I almost forgot. So we're gonna go over 2.5 millimeters, and we're gonna go flat, and then we're gonna have a line here. Although I'm gonna have to delete that one later, but that's fine. We have to delete a lot of things later. That doesn't mean we don't need them now. We do. Okay. So let's put those there. And then I can delete this line. I can delete this line and connect it here to here. So this is all good. So this is all one piece. It has a little bit of reinforcement near the hole. And with that, should have everything. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror that. And to mirror it, we're just going to click all of these lines one by one. Oh, I need to delete this line, actually. What? Ah, alright. Well, good thing to find out now rather than later. It's way more of a pain in the ass to fix it once it's already been mirrored. Okay, I don't have any fragmented lines here. No, they're all good. We only have beautiful lines. Perfect. Beautiful lines is what we want. So, let's start selecting these lines for duplication. I found another... Fuck you too. Okay. There. Okay. Now there shouldn't be... Oh, no, there is one. Alright. Now there shouldn't be any more. So we're gonna mirror this. We're gonna start with, how if I just do this? Yeah, that is a little faster. Okay. So we got all of these. We got all of these. And we got this one. And this one. And we are going to go ahead and mirror all of those. And the mirror line needs to be something we aren't going to delete, so let's use this one. Okay, perfect. No, that's not perfect. The mirror line needs to be here. Yep, alright. Does that mean I'm not going to be able to delete that later? What a pain in the ass. Okay. Oh. No. I've done it again. Alright, is there gonna be any line here that I'm gonna be able to keep? Because I feel like I'm not gonna need this line. I could delete this line. Let's use this tiny line here. I feel like that tiny line is not gonna get in my way much. So we're just gonna grab all of these again. Oh, you evil, evil program. Okay, come here. We're just gonna select these lines once again. Okay. There. These are all the lines we want to duplicate. And for the mirror line, we're going to use this tiny line. That way I can delete the bigger line. Alright. That is one of the least complicated pieces. So we'll keep up with that. Actually, maybe I should do this Hmm. Yeah, I might as well. Alright, so we're gonna need more circles. Let's go with... Let's delete this one for now. And I can always make it again. So we have 0.75, and that's gonna be our first one. And I think I'll grab another one at the bottom too. What a pain. Okay. Alright. It doesn't want to give me guidelines. That's fine. I'll just make my own guidelines. It's just a pain in the ass because I have to delete them later. Alright. We're going to put a nice middle line here. And let's extend it fast past the edge so that it's easier to delete. And then we are going to need another 0.75. I'm going to start here. 0.75. Excellent. And now we're going to make a 2-point circle from this point to this point. Ta-da! Alright, and that's the first round of plastic. And then we're going to need to go down by 1 millimeter. And this is the... Oh, no, I'm not making a circle. I want a line. Okay, we're going to go down by 1 millimeter. Alright, we're going to zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. We're going to start from here, and we're going to go 1 millimeter. And then we're going to do another 2-point circle. And this is going to be our negative space. Okay. Done. And now, the outside of it is 0.75. Perfect. Okay. Zoom out. And zoom back in. And we're going to put forth another 0.75 right here. And another 2-point circle. Zoom way the fuck out. And zoom way the fuck in. Perfect. Alright. Now I can just delete these extra little lines. But I'll keep the center line for now, I think. Sometimes it's kind of a pain in the ass clicking the exact line that you need. Okay. Come here, little guy. You can select. I'll just delete the guideline too. Fuck it. I can make another one. Alright, so we don't need any of these in-between lines now. And another thing that I'm gonna be needing to do is I'm gonna need to merge these. So maybe I shouldn't have mirrored it just yet. Fuck it, I'll just mirror it again. Alright, so this is the outside bit. This goes to here. This goes to here. And this... Wait. Yeah, so this is the piece that goes here. This piece... Let me take a look at it. How does that look? Yeah, no, I was doing it right. Okay. This piece goes down to here. And I don't actually know how to trim this. So when I extrude them, I usually just select the pieces that need to be extruded. So basically, this whole thing in the middle here is deleted. That's empty space. And then this is actually the pieces here. So let's go ahead and mirror those again. Alright, so we're in the mirror here. here, and here. And the mirror line, we're just gonna pick the same tiny line from last time. And okay. Alright. Oh yeah, what's this line? I don't think this line is needed, so we're gonna delete that one. Alright, so all of these bits, this is empty space. It just doesn't know that it's empty space yet, but it will. Um, Now we're gonna do the screw holes, yes? Alright, how did I measure this? So let's do from, if I can just peek underneath that. From the bottom edge. Oh no. Alright, I gotta fix my screen again. Okay, I'll shove you back up there. Now then, from this line, we want to go down 8 millimeters, and that is going to be one edge of our circle. So the circle is 5 millimeters wide. Perfect. All right. So this is our first little guy here. And how thick is this? 2 millimeters thick. Okay, so we're gonna grab this and we're going to go down by 2 millimeters. And we're gonna go on this side and we're gonna go up by 2 millimeters. And then we're gonna do another 2-point circle. And we're gonna go from this 2 millimeter to this 2 millimeter. And then we can just delete this since we don't need it anymore. So that's plastic, that's the hole. And I think it also has like a little line on it, which I'm guessing is like for structural stability. It seems like the reason why you would have one. So let's see how that goes. Does it taper or is it just equal across? Let's have a look. It looks equal to me. So let's see how wide it's gonna be. So if I grab this, I want it to be... It's really hard getting these things at an angle where I can actually see them properly. But looks to be about 3 millimeters on one side. And on the other side, it's like... Is that 1 millimeter, perhaps? I think it looks like 1 millimeter to me. Okay, so we're gonna add this little divot. So it's gonna go from here. Uh-huh. Okay. And we're gonna go 3 millimeters. And we're gonna zoom out. We're gonna go up here. I feel like I fucked something up. Yeah, this should be right on the green line. It shouldn't be to the side of the green line. But is it small enough that perhaps it doesn't matter? Hmm. this is also not quite centered. And that's upsetting to me. Oh, this one's also not quite centered. Why? How could you do this to me? Is that better? Is it perfectly on the line now? It looks perfectly on the line to me. I guess I'll just move these other things to be perfectly on the line then. Otherwise, it's just gonna upset me. Okay. So let's just move it perfectly on the line. And this. How dare you? Come on, you. Perfectly on the line. And you will also. Oh no. You know what? Fuck you. I'll do it over. Alright, so this 8 8 millimeters. I'm just gonna make positively sure that this one is centered so that everything else is centered with it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be really annoyed. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're just gonna do it again. That's not the point we want. We want this point. Ooh. Fuck. Alright, you know what? That's fine. Sometimes we make mistakes and then we have to do a bunch of work over, and that's just life sometimes. I'm sure. Would you please stay out of my way? Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna just delete every single one of these. And that's okay, because we'll be able to just copy them over again. But for now, I just want to make sure that this is properly aligned. Okay, so this looks properly aligned to me. Yes. Good. Now, we need to do this piece over. So this was 8 centimeters. This is 5, so we're gonna delete that. I'm gonna create a 2-point circle, and this is gonna be 5. And this thing is 2 down. So we're gonna start from here. We're gonna go with 2. And of course, the same here. Wait, actually, I gotta delete that one. Because we gotta make sure it's on the green line. Why? Why are you like this? Why does it not want to be perfect? I can't handle that. Psychologically, I need you to behave. So I copied it from this one. Ah, this is the culprit. Okay, that's fine. I'll redo these lines and then everything will be fine. Okay. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna go all the way to the center line and making sure that we keep ourselves perpendicular here. You're exactly centered now, aren't you? That's what I thought. Okay. And then we're gonna go down 8 millimeters. Perfect. And then we're gonna go. Ooh, fuck you. Okay. Yeah. It's perfect. 5 millimeters. And down 2 millimeters. And up 2 millimeters. And then we're going to make another circle in between these 2 points. And we can delete the lines that we no longer need. And now we can do the flap, which is what I was going to do next. So, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's keep this line here for now. Okay, we're going to go up by 1 millimeter on this side. And then on this side, it's going to go down 3 millimeters. Okay, so I guess I need this. Sir. The fuck is wrong with you? Oh, what the fuck is this? No! I checked and I double checked. Why are you doing this to me? Am I holding the key down accidentally? No. Alright. 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 Go 8. It's on the line. It's not on the line. Why the fuck is it not on the line? This looks like it should just be on the line. I feel like I'm just driving myself insane over something that doesn't matter. But in my defense, I do actually have OCD. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to force myself to look the other way and try not to think about it. Luckily, I am great at disassociation, so we're just gonna put that in a box and then pretend like it never happened. Yes, we are. This one doesn't actually matter. I just need some line here that I can click off of. And we're gonna do 3. Okay, now this line can go away. And this line can also go away. Alright, so these are the 2 lines. And I'm guessing that these are just the same thickness as all of the other ones at like 0.75, but like I'll just check to be sure. No way. It's thicker? It doesn't look thicker. Let me check. Yeah, it's 1.5 thick. Crazy. Yeah, alright. Alright, it's thicker then. So we're gonna go 1.5 thick. 1.5, 75 on each, I guess. 0.75 in one direction and 0.75 in the other direction. Alright, so this is how thick the phalanges are. And are they square or are they slightly rounded? I feel like they're rounded. Yes. They are indeed rounded, but not from this angle. So they are square. It's fine to make it a square. Okay. Let's... keep making our little guidelines here. Okay. I do not need you or you any longer. And I don't think I need this center line either, really. Okay. And here, here, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. We're gonna delete that. Okay. We're just gonna mirror these two, I think. I'll mirror it along this line. Okay. Create mirror. And we're just gonna grab this line, this line, this line, and this line. And our mirror line is gonna be here. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so we've got our circle. It has a center, and that's good. And that's it. That one does not get rotated around the circle, because that's not the type of thing it is. So, what is the next piece of the puzzle that I'm gonna make here? Let's do... Let's do the screw hole on the exact... No, let's do the screw holes next to this. Alright, so... We're gonna go... from the end, 24 centimeters. Alright. Let's zoom out. Oh, I should probably mirror this too. Let's mirror these. You. Since I kind of fucked it up earlier. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and mirror these over this line. Okay. We are good. And is there a second line here? No, there isn't. So we're fine. Alright. Anyway. Now I need to go from 24 centimeters from here down this way. So we're gonna, or 24 millimeters. Alright, we're gonna go down 24 millimeters, and I'm just gonna get it right on that line. And you do want to make sure that the X is there, because if the X isn't there, that means the lines don't intersect and it won't actually form a part, which is a huge pain in the ass to correct later if there's just like a very tiny amount that isn't there. So this is where our circle starts. And it's gonna go... Alright, so we've got another little connector doodad, which I'm guessing is really just there for stability. And it's about 6. Is it 6? Okay, peek underneath my headset here. So it's about 5.5 down. And in terms of angle, it's actually not a right angle, actually, which is a little troublesome. Let me see here. How am I gonna do this angle? .5 on one side and maybe like 5.6 on the other side. It's not a very extreme angle. I also feel like maybe I could just make it at the angle that I want, but like a perpendicular angle would probably be okay here. But how thick was this again? Oh yeah, it's 5.5 long. So we're gonna go 5.5, and this is gonna connect the screw. Now the thing about that is it's actually not at the correct angle. So why don't we make it... Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I do want it at 5.5. And maybe we'll put it at an 80-degree angle. I think that will be good. Yeah, let's go with that. All right, so this is our thing that attaches to the screw hole for stability. And how thick is that? This is gonna be 1.5 thick. So we're gonna go ahead and make that 1.5. 1.5 means... Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do 7.5 and 1.75. Okay, good. And we're also gonna do it in the other direction. 0.75. Okay. All right. And that's where the circle is gonna go. And this one's bigger than the last one too, so this one is gonna be 7.5 long. Okay, so let's grab this and we're gonna go here. 7.5. And we're keeping the same angle, so that's good. And we're gonna go ahead and just make our circle, starting from here and going to here. Perfect. And I'll leave that for now. And this circle actually has 2 inner layers instead of just one, so the first inner layer is gonna be like 1.25 thick. Is that what it looks like to me? Maybe just one. Nah, we'll go 1.25. Better safe than sorry. Alright, so we're gonna start here. 1.25. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. 1.25. Yes. Yes. And we're gonna make another one of those 2-point circles. And we actually have one more circle inside of this, because this actually has 2 layers for some fucking reason. So I'm gonna shove this up a little. And then see if I can actually fucking see. Okay. So that one's 2.25. And we're going to subtract the 1.25, which leaves us with 1. All right. 1 millimeter is the next circle. 1. Yes. And the other side will also be up by 1. Excellent. And 2-point circle from here to here. And now I can delete all of these lines. But I do want to delete them and not, like, move things that are attached to them. Okay. And now that we have that, I am going to need to, like, actually do this bit here. So, I would like you to go here. And you will also go here. And then I'm gonna just connect this. I'm gonna make sure it's attached to the right place. I'm gonna want it to be here. And the same on this side. We're gonna start here. And we're just gonna go. It should be at the correct angle. Why are you not making this parallel? You really should be parallel here. The other one stayed parallel all on its own. Why are you causing me trouble? How the fuck do I parallel you? I'm sure that there's a trick for that, and I'm just not experienced enough to understand. Okay, so we want it to go up against the back one. Let's just go with 100 flat. Seems reasonable to me. I'll just delete the things I don't need now. Okay, so we don't need this really tiny line. We don't need this really tiny line. I mean, technically I could leave these things, but I found that in practice, it tends to cause problems later on. Okay, and I do not need this line anymore. Okay, so now we have our screw hole, and it's attached to the side, which is exactly what we want. And I also would like to mirror this on account of there is one on the other side too. And the mirror line, we'll just go with the same mirror line as this guy. This will just be our default mirror line here. All right. Now we have screw holes. Amazing. Okay. Seeing as I'm working out from the center, I guess it's time to make the leg bits. Yeah. All right. So let's see how far away those are. We got a 0. We're gonna go straight along here. So I'm gonna get these calipers up. And I'm gonna try to see under the edge of my headset And we're gonna go straight from the center of this leg shape, which is about right there. And we're gonna go to the edge of this fucker right here. And that's 60 centimeters, or 60 millimeters exactly. All right, so let's get our lines back. We're gonna go starting from this corner here, and we're gonna have 60 millimeters. And we're gonna wait for it to connect here. All right, now this is the center point. Now this one is perpendicular, and let's see how big it is. So to start off, I need to see how much space it is away from the thing. And this looks about right. It's gonna be about 7 millimeters. 7 millimeters seems about right. And does that? Yeah, okay. So 7 millimeters. And how thick is it? 13. All right, we got 7 and 13. So we're gonna start from here, and we're gonna go 7 millimeters. And we are gonna want to keep this at a right angle, but like, I want it to be like this. So I guess that's gonna be another 80-degree angle. 80 degrees. Perfect. Perfect. All right. And then 13, right? All right, so we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna go 1380. Oh no, we don't want 80. Let's change that. Yeah, we're just gonna, yeah, fuck this. Okay. So we want 13 millimeters. Perfect. Okay. So this is where the next shape will go. And let's see how wide it is going the other direction. The other direction is 21. It looks like 21 to me. 21.25. All right. 21.25 and 625. Let's grab our line. 10.625. And right there. And we can duplicate that once we're done. Does it? Yeah, okay, that'll be fine both ways. So we can just make another one up here that's the same length. 10.625. And we're gonna make this at a right angle. Yes, we are. And this one's actually shaped just a little different. Let's see where the bend starts to come in. So the bend is gonna be what the fuck am I doing here? Alright, here we are. So the bend is at 8.5. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this line. We're gonna go from here, and we're gonna go 8.5. Okay. And we're just gonna go here. So at this point, is where it curves. So let's see here. I think to start things off, I'm gonna mirror some of these lines. This one and this one. And we're gonna mirror it over this axis, I suppose. Okay. And now, what we need is to make a kind of rounded thing. I wonder if a spline would fit here. That's not bad. Okay. So, I'm gonna move this more like this, I think. Ooh. I have no idea how to replicate that, but let's see if I can. How the fuck do I make this symmetrical? This is just getting weird now. Okay, do I know what I'm doing? Not really. Let's not do it this way. I'll do it a different way that's easier to be symmetrical. We'll do it with like, yeah, we'll just shove a circle in there. When you don't know what to do, why not shove a circle in? It's never a bad idea to have another circle. So I want the fattest part of the circle to be at that center point. So I'll just do this until I get this thing circled. That, I think that will work. Right? It's not quite there. Alright, alright, that's fine. I can figure it out. Okay. So, I definitely want part of the circle to be here. It would be nice if part of the circle was here, but I don't think it'll let me squish it afterwards. Maybe I could do an ellipse instead. Oh, okay, okay. I understand how this works now. Alright, so we're gonna start from here. We'll just zoom all the way in. That way it's pretty accurate. Okay. And then we're gonna go to here. And then we're gonna go to here. I think that's the right shape. Yeah, so now it's curved. And then, do the other pieces have a curve? They do have a very slight curve. So I'll just make another circle, like, I don't know, let's do, how big do we want this circle to be? I think maybe 0.25 is fine. Computer's thinking about it. Alright, and then we'll just... Well, that certainly isn't working the way that I thought it would. Um, I want the circle to be inside these two places. So that means I just need to maybe like this. Okay. So this is gonna be, let's go with 5 mm. Oh no. That is absolutely not what I wanted to do. Is there a better way to do this? Circle? Maybe a 3-point circle. Okay, so definitely not those 3 points in particular, but how about if I make a center line that goes through these, and then I put a circle on that? Ooh, I know. Okay, okay. Let's make this line. Let's make this line like 1. No, how about 0.5? The most important thing is just that I'm able to replicate it. That's the thing that matters. I need the circle edges to touch and not just be infinitely close to touching. And I just want to round this corner. I wonder if there's a tool for that. Let me Google that. Fusion. How to round rectangle corner. Maybe there's like a better way of doing that. No, I already know how to do that in a 3D object. I'm trying to talk about this one. Oh no, that's Illustrator. I don't need Illustrator. I need Fusion. Rounded corner in a sketch. 2 tangent circle with a necessary radius. You can fillet a sketch. Ha! Oh no, but I want it more than that actually. Let's try to fillet it more. Is that good enough? I think that's too much. Let's try just 1. I think 1 is good. We'll do the same thing on this other side. Good thing I looked it up. Otherwise, I would have been sitting here fucking myself over for a while. There should be... Is there a trim? Amazing. I can get rid of the lines I'd no longer need. Beautiful. Okay, okay. Yeah. I don't need that. Let's see if I can fix these over here. That would make me very happy. No, I'm gonna keep trimming it. Ho ho! Amazing. The deed is done! Do I need to trim on this side too? I guess I do. Okay. Uh-huh. These are gonna be different, so I don't need to trim those. Because they're gonna be at different heights. What about this, though? I feel like I don't need this. Yeah, I don't think I need that. Come here, you. There we go. Okay. All of that is trimmed. It's all looking good. Alright. So, back to this shape. So that's good, but it also has these two little arms on it. Oh, is that a tiny hole? That looks like a tiny hole to me. It is a tiny hole. Alright. First things first. Let's see how long these arms are. 18 millimeters long. And this edge, let's get those calipers going. 18 millimeters versus... Okay, let me get this up a little so I can actually see. Okay. 18 millimeters long and 17 millimeters away. Okay. So, we have... Wait, are those things straight or do they curve? They definitely curve. So, let's see. Basically, it goes out this way for like 18 millimeters, but I'm gonna need a circle. I'm not happy about needing this circle, but I'm pretty sure it does need to be done. So let's start with fattening this one up. How fat is... Oh, I don't need to fatten it up. It doesn't exist. Okay, cool. Alright, so we don't need this at all. And we don't need this either. So we're gonna... Okay, so this one, I think I'm just gonna mirror these. Yeah. Yeah, let's just mirror them now. I don't like mirroring it before it's done, because I feel like this is gonna be a pain in my ass. But it still needs to be done anyway, so let's go. Okay. And we are gonna mirror that over the center line, and we might as well just piggyback on this line that I've been mirroring all over. Okay. We've done it. Good. And I'm gonna need to make a circle. But before that, let's get rid of this thing. We don't need these anymore. Yep, unneeded. Not needed at all. Oh, and whatever is that, I still don't need. Okay. Perfect. And actually, are the legs... I'm pretty sure the legs are equidistant from each other. So I think I can just mirror these over a center line. Although I don't actually have a center line now that I look at it. So what am I going to use as my center line? Let's put... We could just use this thing, honestly. Yeah, one of these would be fine. As a... Oh no, that won't work. Alright, fine. I'll just do this. That's my mirror line now. And we want to grab these guys. So let's go ahead and create another mirror. Alright, we're gonna grab this guy, and we're also gonna grab this guy. What the fuck? Okay. Go ahead and just deselect my carefully selected lines. I see how it is. Okay, we're just gonna... Okay. We got that guy. And we got this guy. Okay. Now we just need to do it on the other side without it randomly deciding to unselect things that need to stay selected. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Now, we need to select the mirror line, and we're just going to use this as the mirror line. And there we go. That's fine. Now, the reason I needed to do that is because I need to make a 2-point circle. So I need 2 points that are on opposite sides. And these 2 points are going to do just fine. Alright, so this is going to be the line of the little arm here. And let's see how thick this thing is. It is 7 millimeters thick. Okay, so what we're going to need to do now is make another circle 7 millimeters deep. Which is here. And we're going to need to do the same thing on the other side. Here we go. We're going to get a 7, and then we're going to get this squared. Yes. Perfect. Okay. And now, we're going to get our 2-point circle from this point to this point. And that is going to give us the rough outline of the arm. But the arm does not just follow a circle. The arm actually curves. And that is where my trouble begins. Okay. So it stays mostly on course for a while, but then it's going to turn into something a little bit more complex. So let's get this measured. So it's gonna be just normal for about 9, maybe about 9. We'll go with about 9. Okay. You. So I want it to go from here to 9. And can I get it to intersect here? Well, actually, technically, the place I measured the 9 from was here. So maybe I better, stay consistent. Okay. Alright. So about here is when it starts to curve. Let's see if I want to curve this. How much does it curve? Let's find out. Hmm. I think I might have to, somewhat eyeball this. Let's see. So, did I mark how far out it goes? I feel like I should have. Maybe I didn't. Okay, so as far as how far out it goes, it was 21. No, 21 is not quite right. Like a 19, maybe? Okay. So that's gonna go from here, 19, so here to here. Okay? And this is gonna give us the nah, not 80 degrees. 75, perhaps? No, that's worse. We are gonna want... What the fuck did I just do? Okay, come here, you. Here. I'm gonna go out. How far up does it go? Let's measure this again. Basically 9.75. Let's see. Okay. So this is the top of the curve. Let's see, can I then take maybe How did I do this last time? I don't think I can just curve it because, like, I want the curved line, not the straight line. So I definitely think I'm gonna need to have a circle. Maybe. Maybe like this? I haven't used this thing. I guess that can only be used for straight lines then. How about we use a center diameter then? But the center diameter means it's gonna need to be like this. It needs to be equidistant. This is gonna be a much bigger curve than that. Maybe like. I feel like this. I feel like that will work. And we don't need that. I don't need this anymore. And I still need this. So it's gonna go around, it's gonna curve, it's gonna go up. And let's see. How thick is that? I think it's gonna be the same thickness, wouldn't it be? Like 7. Yeah, still 7. Okay, so let's take this. Let's go over by 7. Good enough. Alright, so it's gonna curve that way. I feel like it's curves more than that, actually. Let's try this circle thing again. Maybe I could take a circle here. Because I would like that curve to be more dramatic, honestly. Yeah, that looks more right. Let's do that. Square it away at like 14. Okay. And this does actually touch, doesn't it? Okay, it does touch, just maybe not where I thought it was. And it touches on this side? It does not touch on this side. Okay, we're gonna need to fix that. So I'm gonna just move. Let me move. I really hate when it does this. Okay. I would like to move this. Maybe I'll just put the pivot like here, and then I'll be able to see it easier. It really just doesn't matter all that much about this pivot thing. I just would like it. Oh, okay, that's not even doing anything. Rude. Okay. I would like to move this goddamn circle, please. Why are you not moving? Oh, my computer might be just mad at me. Okay. Ah. I just want you to move over just a tiny amount. Oh, now you move. I see how it is. Okay, but obviously you moved too much now. So, like, move over this way. Just right there, please, sir. I believe in you. Move to the line. Onegaisha, please. Only lets me drag it when it's not zoomed in. But when it's not zoomed in, I can't tell whether it's hitting the line or not. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck you. I'll make a different circle. And this time, no, I want a circle. Center point. Let's use this as the center. No, not that. We will use this as the center. And we're just gonna go right here. Alright. I think... I think that's not quite right. Why is it? Okay. If only there was a shortcut. There is! The letter C. Okay. So I'm gonna just, like, start the circle here, which is almost correct, but not quite. And this actually looks really good. Okay. This is this is okay, so the circle goes over the line there. Alright. And what about on this side? The circle... No, it just barely doesn't meet. What a cursed existence. Let's see. Maybe there's an easier way to do this. Fusion. How to make a circle touch two lines. Mm. I don't think that that's gonna work out. Okay. Just try again. Yay. Can't believe I'm reduced to eyeballing it. But it is what it is. Oh, even eyeballing it, I do it wrong. I see. At least they're both wrong, very slightly the same. So maybe I can just move this motherfucker. Can you just be just a tiny, tiny amount? Why are you not moving my circle? What is wrong with you? I have the circle selected. I say to move it. If I grab it, it should move. Just make my own new circle then. Okay. do this over and over until I eyeball it properly. Nobody knows the suffering I've seen. Nobody knows the sorrow. What have I done? Okay. So let's try this over. I'm really just not sure how to do this. Okay. I'm just gonna do it this way. And alright. Let's check. Did I get it? Okay, it overlaps there. And it overlaps here. And it's by a little amount, so like I feel like this will be fine. Let's just trim the lines that I no longer need. And that's nice. Okay, so we've got a nice curve. And I need a smaller curve now for this bit. So maybe like this will be okay. Maybe not quite. Let's try again. A little bit more to the side, perhaps. I think this is too much again. Okay. So, on the one hand, it's nice that it jumps like this. But on the other hand, it's also not. Okay, so let's try starting from here and then going like this. Almost, not quite. Let's move it over just a tad. Okay. We are not, that's not working. Okay. Come here, you. I think I'll just do a 2-point circle. So I want one of the points to be here, and I just want it to go to here, pretty much. I think almost. This should be fine. Yes. Okay. That is the curve we need, and now I just need to round this. So let's see if I have it like that. And then I want to fillet you and you. No, I would like you to be more fillet than that, actually. Let's try 1. Let's try 2. Let's try... Oh no, that was the wrong button. Okay, you and you. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn minute. It won't let me fillet unless it's a straight line. So I guess I can't do it that way. It would have been nice, though. It would have been nice. Okay. So we're just gonna... How does this look? Yeah, it's still somewhat square. So I could hypothetically fillet this one, but maybe like 3? No, 2. 2 is good. We'll go with 2. And we're gonna go ahead and fillet this one. Also at 2, once it lets me enter numbers. May I have some numbers, please? Thank you. Okay, 2. My computer is starting to protest at the size of this diagram, apparently. Okay. So this is gonna be good enough. Let me live. I think I'm gonna need to, like, redo this one, actually. Let me see here. Yeah. I'm not feeling it. Okay. So, we're gonna start from here. And we're gonna go here. And then we're gonna trim stuff. We're gonna trim this. And probably that. And this. Okay, so we got our nice curve here. And let's go down here. Am I gonna want this or this one? Let's delete this one. Is that gonna be okay? Yeah, that looks fine. So that's good. As for this, do I need this? I don't think I need this one. I don't want you or you. I do want you. So this is all good. And as for this, maybe that? That looks fine. That looks fine. Okay. Let's zoom out, zoom back in, and which one of you is the curved line? Suddenly I can't tell. Like obviously the curved line is the one I want to keep. I guess like this. Where did this little line come from anyway? What a mess. Okay, I clearly deleted the wrong fucking line. That happens sometimes. Okay, okay, okay. Over here. Right over here. And trim things. Okay, so this part looks good. Zoop. And I'm gonna trim the straight line particularly. Okay. Straight line. That's gonna be you, sir. And then we're gonna get the extra, which is like this. Okay? Is this looking better? That looks better to me. I also think I don't need this. or this. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I don't need this line. I could probably delete this whole circle, actually. I don't think I need it anymore. I don't need you. Are there two lines here? This is fine on its own, right? Yeah. Sometimes deleting is better than trimming. It's less messy. Okay. Now, I just need to mirror this. So let's get that mirror going. You, all of you, all of you, and that's it. And we're going to mirror across this line. And that looks good. Cool. Now we're going to mirror it again. Alright, I'm here. And mirror these. Perfect. And let's also grab this stuff. And we're going to mirror those across the same line that I've been shoving all the mirrors onto. Perfect. Okay. And now we're going to mirror one more time. Now, I am mirroring instead of doing the circle pattern because they're not equidistant from all angles, I don't think. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab all of these thingies. No. Maybe from here? Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna grab everything from here as well. And we're gonna grab this one. Right there. Oh. Okay. Maybe not. I got everything right. Okay, it looks like everything. And we're gonna mirror this one across this center line. Alright? Alright. So now, if I were to finish the sketch, for example, I can see we have all four pieces, which is where the legs will slot in. So that's great. And I'm gonna edit it more though, because we're not actually quite done. Okay. I don't think this line is necessary. But I do think I need to keep at least one of them because it's the mirror line I set up. So, what is the next thing I need on this guy? The legs are honestly one of the more complicated parts. So the good news is, That's a lot easier now. So let's see. I got all of that. I think it's time to put down a little screw hole. And the screw hole goes right here and here. So, yeah, let's zoom in there. All right, so we got a screw hole that goes right here. And let's measure and see how big it is. It is 4.9. And how far away is it? How big is the gap between the two things? It's a very small gap, actually. But it is hard to get it at the right angle. Okay. Tiny, tiny gap. Lift up my headset so I can see properly. Basically 0.5 millimeters. Okay, so we're gonna grab a line and we're gonna take it right here and we're gonna go 0.5. And is it attached to the corner? It is, but it's kind of going outwards, so this is probably not the best place to put a line. Let's put the line here. Okay. And how big is this little guy again? 4.9. 4.9. Sometimes I like to round things to like exact numbers, but I'm afraid if I do that here, it will fuck up the size of the screw. So I'm gonna not do that. And it's 1.5 thick, so we'll just go 1.5. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. 1.5. And a circle between these 2 points. And we'll just delete the things we do not need anymore. Alright? On the other hand, I'm pretty sure this one was 5. Oh no, but the circle inside is different, so those aren't the same screw. Okay. I don't have to worry about that. That's good. Alright, so here's the real problem. I need this to be completely identical on this one. So maybe I can just mirror again. So if I grab this, and then I make the mirror line here. Yep, that put it in the right place. It's right there. Alright, and this one is so close, it doesn't even have any little points that solidify it, so Good. Alright. And we still have 4 more screw holes left. We also have these tiny holes that I forgot about. Let's see. How big is this tiny hole? Two. And it is exact, so I guess I'll go fix that thing. So right along the center line here, we have a tiny little hole. Just the smallest 2 millimeter is not actually that small, but I mean on this scale. Kind of surprised it's that big. Let's mirror that. And we're gonna mirror it over the same line that we've been using, which is this one. Okay. And then we're gonna mirror again. Here. And here. And the mirror line is gonna be this guy. Okay. And now, let's put in another one of those doodads. Okay, so we have another screw hole. And these screw holes are not equidistant, which means that I can't shortcut this, unfortunately. But let's see how far apart they are. Let's see here. So it's gonna go from here. Push this up so I can see again. But if I push it up too hard, then it thinks I'm not wearing it, and then it moves my screen, which is just a pain in the ass. So let's get this measured. I say while trying to balance my headset on my eyelids. This looks like it's going to be about 11.5. Alright. So, let's go. Zoom in here. And basically, if there's a line from here to here, that's where I measured it, right? Yeah. Alright, so, alright. We want a line from like the thickest point of this to here. And let's say I'm putting it like here, basically, right? And then I want 11.5. Okay. I thought that would be longer. This does not look correct. Am I fucking crazy? Oh, I am apparently. How the fuck did I get that number? I have no idea. I must have hallucinated. Okay. So let's go from here. No, it's because it's an angle. It's a weird angle. Oh, yeah. I also can't get it straight. Maybe I'll just use the other tape. It's too... The calipers don't fit, is the problem. Okay, so I get it from here to here. Then it's gonna be 20, 25, about 27. Alright, so we're gonna change this to 27. That is more what I was expecting. Cool. I did the math. Okay. And as for the rest of this, it's pretty much just an exact copy of this thing. So, like, how far is the distance here? 5 millimeters. Okay. Five millimeters. And what kind of angle are we looking at here? Honestly, it's not exactly a right angle. It's a little bit to the side, maybe. I can rotate the canvas. Let's do that. I want to see from not quite that angle, actually. Can I rotate these more? Oh, I almost... Well, that's not what I wanted to do at all, actually. Free orbit. Yeah. No. That's not what I want. Okay. Oh, man. Can I rotate the canvas, but, like, make this the top? There probably is a way to do that, and I just don't know how. And that's just gonna be life, I guess. Okay. Alright. Let's see what angle we want it at. So this is the right angle. We don't exactly want a right angle. Let's just go for 40. 40 seems about right, I think. And then I can just delete this line. Fuck it. I don't need that line anymore. I don't need that line either. Okay. So let's go copy that circle again. Okay. You, as a circle, how many are you? 7.5, and the others are 5 and 3. 7.5, 5, and 3. So we're gonna go with this, and we're gonna go 7.5, and we're just gonna try to keep this in a line. You know, if I want this to be in a line, maybe I should just draw the line. 7.5. Why are you like this? Okay, fine. We'll just do this. There we go. And now we can make it along this 7.5. Perfect. And then the next one is I think I did these slightly differently actually. So if I were to take this here and I want to do this. Is this how I did it? Okay, so let's say we have I just want to know how distant these are. Okay, so that's not how I did this. But that's okay. I can make it from the center. I remember 7.55. And then, was the other one 3? Is 3 what it was? Let's check. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's 3. We're just gonna zoom back in here. And we are gonna create a circle from the center diameter of 3. Done. Alright, I'm gonna delete this. And how thick is that thing? 1.5. That means we're gonna have 0.75. .75. Come on, computer, you got this. Alright. It's thinking. It's not happy about it, but, you know, it's doing its best. So, if this crashes and undoes all my work, I'm gonna be so mad. And that's why you should save. That definitely would have been a good idea. Once I'm done with this bit, I'm gonna do that, and hopefully it's not gonna freak out on me. Oh, I lived. Mercy has been given to me. Okay, so here's what we need. I'm just gonna put this line here. And this line here. Okay, and now I can do this. I want the lines to be parallel. Thank you for your consideration. And I would like these lines to also be parallel, but I can see that you are not considering me. Okay, there we go. Now let's delete the tiny line. Now this line can go. And I know there's a tiny line in here. It's very mad at me. I believe it can pull through. Come on, you. I fully plan to save, but I need to finish this part. This little screw hole. Okay. So where is the baby line? This looks like the baby line to me. We are gonna delete that baby line. No! How could you? No. I want you to delete the baby line, not the line I need. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Alright, we're good. And delete this line. And if I zoom in far enough, I'll be able to delete the baby line too. Alright, baby line is done. I do not need this center line. And we're good. Okay, let's save this. And we're gonna call this... No, this is not articulated bird wings. This is the knitting machine. And we're going to call it the knitting machine duplicate Mark 1. I don't know why I named them like that. That's just something I started doing. Okay. So, we are making good progress on this shape. What is next? So I got that screw hole, and that screw hole, and that screw hole. And now we're gonna need another screw hole. Here. And here. And those are gonna be the same distance apart, aren't they? I'm pretty sure. Yep, nope, they're all the same distance. Well, that makes things easy. Unfortunately, they're not, like, exactly the same. Yeah, okay, so this one has one on each side. And this one down here only has one on this side. So... yeah, plus I don't think these two are the same. What if I mirror it and then I mirror it again over a different line? I feel like that won't work with the circle. Yeah, I'll just do it the same way I did it before. Alright, we're gonna start with this. We're gonna make a line down here. And then we're gonna make another line. And that was like 29, right? 29. Okay. And what else do I even remember about making this? 5 centimeter or millimeters. Okay. Go here. We're gonna go 5 millimeters. And the angle. How was it? What direction does this angle in? Slightly this way. Maybe like So the other one was 40. Maybe this one will just be 20. Seems good enough to me. I don't need this line anymore. And I don't need this line anymore. Cool. We're gonna make an equidistant. And this one was 7.5, I believe. 7.5. And if I'm gonna make it extend out at that same angle, that's why I did the line. Okay. We're just gonna grab this line all the way out here. And 7.5. Perfect. And now I can delete the line I don't need, and I can create a circle with the same center. And we'll put this one at 5, and then we'll put another center circle at, was it 3? Pretty sure it was 3. Let's find out. Yes, it is 3. All right. Cool. And how thick was this again? Oh, right, it's 0.75 on each side. Okay. So we're just gonna go 0.75. Yep. 0.75 the other direction. And of course, we're just gonna do this and this. And then we're gonna grab you are gonna go to the wall right here. Yep. And you also go to the wall. Is that even what I want? Do I want a right angle? I feel like it's gonna go like this is correct. Okay. Let's get rid of those baby lines that we don't need. Alright. Another screw place. Let's see. So, there is another one of these screws that is actually at a correct angle, and it's right here. So, I'm gonna get that guy knocked out of the park here. So, we're gonna give you your 5 away. Correct. And then I'm gonna make a really long line that is unnecessary. And then I'm gonna put a circle down. And this one's gonna be 7.5. And then we're gonna have a center circle of 5. And another center circle of 3. And we are just gonna do another one of these guys. 0.75. 0.75. And we're just gonna do the line thing. Okay. Don't need you. And I don't need you anymore. Alright. Another screw hole is done. So if I keep rotating this, there's this guy and then the tiny hole, which I have. And this guy has another screw that goes right here. Actually. Okay. And it's gonna be the exact same as all the others, which makes my life easy, and I appreciate that. Okay. We're gonna go with 5 millimeters. We're gonna have a unnecessarily large line. Or not. Come on, buddy. Make me a line. That is veering off at the last second. Very rude behavior. I'm not here for it. Okay, 2-point circle. 7.5. Done. Goodbye, evil line. And then we're gonna have a equidistant, or no, a centered circle. And this one's gonna be 5. And we're gonna have another centered circle. And that one's gonna be 3. And then we just need to do the little support here. 0.75 on one end. 0.75 on the other end. And make the connections. Okay, and delete the baby line. It's always so hard to get it to select the right line. There we go. I got it eventually, so. How dare you? Alright. Done. Now, I didn't forget the center line here, did I? Oh, I did. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I did clean up this one. Yes, I did. Cool. So the only thing that's left now is this weird semicircle shape thing that goes... Oh, yes, this is where the thread tension doodad goes. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So, let's see how long this one is. Alright. Make sure I'm still zeroed. Yes, the calipers can continue to maintain the zeroed stature. And we're just gonna get This is gonna be another sewing measurement job on account of the shape. Calipers simply will not fit. So, where are we at here? Right here. And what number is this? That is gonna be 84. 84 centimeters. And it is centered. Wait, did I fuck something up? I did fuck something up. This does not go here. Okay, that's fine. I'll find another hole for it then. Okay, this. Oh, no, fuck you. Yeah, we're just gonna. What even is this? You don't need to be here. Okay. So I fucked it up. This is where this thing goes. This thing is 84. So 42? 42. Okay. Yeah. So this is gonna go here. And I'm gonna just. Is there a way? Yeah. We're just gonna shove this here. Just for now. Okay, so we want to start here, and we want 42. Because that's gonna be. That's gonna go there. And. Yep. Sir. Let me go. You don't have to think that hard. I'm doing the thinking. I'm doing the thinking here. Let me be free. Let me be free. How could you do this to me? I made my mistakes. I don't know any other words to this song. And now I'm fading away. Come on. You got it, buddy. You can do it. Just mad at me for undoing things that I did. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna do another 42. And we want a right angle. Alright. Let's just save that for later. Now, as for this one, this is going to be the same as all the other goddamn things. So that's going to be, we're going to draw a line down to here, and then we're going to draw a line from here, and it's going to be like 29. Yes. And then we go up by 5. I'm pretty sure it was 5, right? Yeah, that looks like 5 to me. In it? 5. Yes. Cool. Okay. We went up by 5. Ooh, I should make sure of the angle, though. I don't think this is the correct angle. Okay. Yeah, as I thought, it's slightly to the side, actually. So, let's try this again. I want a 5. And I think maybe 130 is probably fine. 130. Perfect. And this guy can die. Is that too much? How much did the other ones go? How much does this one go? Oh, wait. This might be really easy. Let me try. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, we're just gonna mirror these. Since it is the exact same distance, there's no reason not to. We're just gonna select the mirror line. And I guess that's gonna be this line up here that is just our bicycle, town bicycle line. Yep, perfect. Now I don't have to do the work. Awesome. Okay, now there's only 2 things left to do. One is the spot where there's a button switch, and the other one is this. So as far as this goes, this is a little semicircle looking thing. Um, let's see how thick it goes. Move this up. Trying to rest the damn thing on my eyelids. Seven. 7 millimeters. Alright. I'm gonna get a 7 millimeters. Hmm. 7 millimeters. And then it kind of curves, don't it? So, like, all the way up to here. Does it curve, or is it... Oh, no, there's a definite curve there. There's absolutely a curve happening. I wonder if I can do this. Maybe if let's say I put one line here, and then I put one line here just to give me an intersection to work with. And then I try a 2-point circle from here to here. No, that's definitely not what I want. Okay. So instead, how about a spline? No, I think I'll do this instead. I'm going to do several measurements, and then I'll do the spline afterwards. Okay, so first things first. This thing has a couple of holes. Okay. 7, 7, 7, 7. And it starts shrinking from here. So let's find out the distance from the middle. Gonna be like 20.25. Okay. $20.25. Yes. And that's where the hole goes. And let's see. Is this... Yeah, it is mirrored, so that's gonna make my life easier. So this is gonna be 4.5. Okay. And that's from the top. But what about the bottom? 4.5 and 6.5. Okay. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna have 4.5. And then this actually becomes... Does it go all the way down? Well, not entirely, honestly. Let's see how wide it... Okay, so it goes 6.5. And the corner... Very cornery. Okay, so let's... 4.5. And the corner is the outside. Okay, so the outside corner. So if I'm gonna go like this, and then what is the distance there? Let's measure that. That is a very, very tiny distance. What a pain. Can I even... 0.75. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get this. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna grab this. We're gonna go 0.75. Okay. We're gonna delete this because I don't need it anymore. And it's gonna go here to here. And then it's gonna go here to 6.5. Yes. And then how far down is this? This is gonna be... It's gonna be 3 millimeters. All right. 6.5. $3 millimeters. And that can't be right. That doesn't look right. Hmm. Okay, so the distance from here to here should be 1.5. That's about right. And then distance from here. Maybe this is the one that's supposed to be 3. Kind of looks more correct to me. Let's measure it again. Okay. 375. Okay, so let's 3.75. Yes. Oh no. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Like it looks like it should be like. How did I fuck this up? Hi there, Loki. You're very cute. But you are in my way, so maybe you could be less in my way. What do you think about that, ma'am? Any thoughts? Okay, so if it's gonna be like this and that's gonna be. Then how much in this direction is it? 2. Alright. Alright. Yes, you're very cute, Loki. Very adorable. Very in my way. Come on. There, little one. Okay, so. Very determined to sit on my face, huh? It's nowhere near your lunchtime. You're just feeling cuddly then. Very well. You are very cute. I'll give you that. Okay, so this is wrong. So this is 7. This is a shape. There's supposed to be an L shape cut out from here. But it's just not quite correct. So this is the 4.5. And it would go something like this. But this part doesn't seem fat enough. And that's what's confusing me here. So, like, this should be able to go down by 2. And then it's gonna go like this way. And then I delete this. And this goes here. The problem with that is I'm not sure that that's the right shape. Because it's supposed to have more up and down. This clearly doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right at all. What have I overlooked here? Let's use the other measurer. Okay, so that sure does. So if I use this thing instead of the other thing, let's try try shoving this here. Alright. 2. That's like a whole 5+ millimeters. I'm gonna take my headset off and get a better look at this. Oh yeah, that's 9. 9 millimeters. Alright. Now I know what I did wrong. Okay, so this guy needs to be 9, not 7. And that moves that up. And then it moves everything, and this is looking less terrible. So that's good. Alright, and now let me just reconfirm. It's looking a little too fat now. Not terrible, but let's just make sure. Okay, so let's say that looks to be 4.5. Yeah, that seems about right. This one's about 2. And in the up and down, it's actually more like 3. So my first measurement was correct. No. What the fuck is that? You can die. Let's add this to 3. Yes. And then we can just do that. And delete the extra stuff. This one can be deleted. And this one can be deleted. And like this. Now it seems a little too fat. Is 6.5 really the right accurate measurement of this? Let me try again. Okay. Maybe 6 instead of 6.5. Oh no. It moved my screen again. How dare you? Okay. So let's change this to just 6. That does look a little better. Alright, we'll go with that. And as for the rest of this, let's measure it. Okay. So we're gonna go just kind of slowly goes down to that end, doesn't it? Alright, so at the very end, it's hard to get this measurement because of the lighting, but I think I can almost get it in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, by this end, why do you keep unpinning things? Very rude behavior. Okay, so we're gonna go with 4. Okay. We're gonna delete that because I don't need it anymore. And this here should be kind of a curve. So let's make a spline. Oh, hold on. Yeah, okay. Create spline. Okay. And oh, what did I do? Oh no, it's doing a thing. What's it doing? Alright, I'll just wait. It'll be done soon. It's just thinking. We all gotta think sometimes. Well, it's thinking I'll do measurements for the next screw hole. Oh. The next screw hole is basically it's 5 millimeters out. Okay. Don't you die on me, I'll be so mad at you. I believe that you can do it. Kind of feel like maybe it doesn't matter that it's curved. It's a very gentle curve. But once I fall into that trap, who knows what other shortcuts I'll try to take. Better to just do it right. Okay, so this is what I need to control. Yeah, okay, this thing. So we're just gonna have a nice gentle curve. I think that's gonna be fine. And then I just need to round this off. But I'm not sure if it'll let me fillet it if it's not straight. Guess I'll find out. You can do it, computer. I believe in you. Believe in the me that believes in you. And curve that line. I will pet Loki in the meantime. Yeah, this computer is actually super beefy. Um, After November when Trump was elected, I was like, I need to have a very good computer now so that I can do all of my stuff streaming in VR for the next 4 years. The tariffs are going to drive up the prices of everything, and I was right. I went into debt to get it. Okay. Oh. Alright, I think one it might be a little too gentle. Let's try two. Two is good. Two is good. Okay. So I don't need this line anymore, I don't think. Okay. We're gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete that. I don't actually need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. What the fuck did I just delete? Don't need this line. I don't need this line. This looks fine. I don't need this guy. And now it's time to make the screw, but I guess I'll mirror this first. Seems like a thing to do. Alright, we're gonna create a mirror. And we're gonna just grab this guy and this guy. We're gonna grab this hole. Okay. And the mirror line that we're gonna jump across is this one. Perfect. Alright, we got our little boat thingy. And now it is time for this. This is gonna be 5 millimeters away. And how big is it? 5 millimeters and 2 millimeters. Okay. Oh, I should have left that line there. Yeah, let's leave the line for now. And we're gonna take this one, and we're gonna have a 5 millimeter hole, and then we're going to delete the line that we don't need anymore. I don't think I need this anymore either. And 3 millimeter hole. Right? Oh, now we need the centered hole. Give me the center. 3. Is that really how it is? Is it really that big? Is the hole that big? Let's skip this. Okay. I'm just gonna check on the other screw that's like the same size. Where is this one? How big is it? 4.9. How much is this one? 2 centimeter hole. And this is 4.9. Well, since the other one is 5, I feel like this one's probably also 5. So maybe I should have just done that. Okay. Here. You're gonna start from here. You're gonna be 5. Okay. We'll just delete this old one. And this is a 2 hole, right? So I'll just delete that. Center diameter. Oh, wait, no. Let's delete this guy. And delete that. Okay. And we're just gonna make a center diameter. And this one is gonna be 2, yeah? Alright. That's the reason why sometimes I guesstimate. Like, if it's close, because sometimes it just means that the simpler number is the real number, and it was just me measuring wrong, which is probably what it was here. Okay. So this is good. Now the only piece left on this side of the machine is the button. The button thing. Okay, let's find out how to place that. The button thing is over here. Like, right here. So, we're just gonna zoom in here. Time to measure. Measure. Okay. So, That's gonna be 7 millimeters in. So it's gonna be here, and we're gonna go with 7 millimeters. That is that right? I don't know about that. Okay, let's try 7 millimeters. All right. So this right here is the starting point of the button. How big across is the button? The button is 18.75. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go 18.75. I did not tell you to make that line yet. I wanna do the line properly, please. 18.75. Okay, we're gonna make it go to here. And is that correct? That is correct. Although I sort of feel like I fucked up this now. I'm not sure that I made it long enough. I might have to fix that. Should be 20? How long is this? Oh, yeah, it should be longer. Alright, that's great. That's fine though. I'll just fix the original and then I'll be able to copy and paste them all over. I'll just redo the arms. No big deal. But I'm gonna finish the button first. Okay, so button. How thick is the button? The button is 6.75. Okay. So let's grab this. We're gonna go 6.75. And that goes out all the way to there. And they are actually quite close, although I'm not sure they're supposed to be that close. Maybe I just want to go with 6.5. Or just 6. Can we make 6 work? Hmm. Is this 8 away? What is the distance here? I think it's supposed to be 8. Let's try just changing this to 8. Will you move everything for me? That would be wonderful. If you would be so kind as to move all of these parts, that would be great. Just peachy. Oh no, I got something in my eye. Okay, come on. You can do it, buddy. I believe in you. I know it's a lot of math, but you're a computer. You can do it. I believe in you. Move all the parts. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. It just refused. Rude. Alright, well, what constraints do you even need? I'll just. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just, like, delete this shape. And, I'll just mirror it again once I've fixed it. But for now, this doesn't need to be there. Or you. Definitely don't need you. Can you select things properly? Thanks. Oh, finally it's dead. Okay. I guess I'll just finish measuring this first then. Okay, this I'm pretty sure is the right. That's correct. So let's do the same thing here. 6.5. Yep. Good. And I'm pretty sure I don't need that straight line anymore. And this one actually looks a little complex from this angle. Hmm. What the fuck? Why are you floating? Alright, well, it stopped floating, so probably fine. Okay. Delete. And does this form a box? Not exactly, actually. This is too complicated. Why are you bullying me, computer? Knitting machine. Okay. Alright. So, first things first. 5 millimeters. Okay. Straight from the edge, then. We'll just make a line here. This is just a line that exists for now. Okay, so we want 5 millimeters up is gonna be there. Okay. Let's just put a line here and here. Let's delete this line, delete that line. Yes. And we need 5 millimeters from here. Alright, that is where the button piece starts being buttony. And that's gonna be 2.5. And 2.5 and 4.75. Is it 4.75 or is it just 4.5? 4.5, okay. 2.5, 4.5. So 2 left. So 1. Okay. I got it. Alright, we got a 1. But also, how thick is this thing? 15.75. And how long was this thing to begin with? It was from here to here. That's 18.75. So we need 15.75. Okay, so I need 1.5 in, I guess. Okay. So let's start with that. 1.5. Okay. And we're gonna do it from the other side as well. 1.5. Yes. Okay, so I don't need this big one. Now this is just giving me the size of the doodad. Okay. And again, it's gonna be 2.5 and 4.5. Okay. Okay, okay. So let's just get this here. This here. Okay. And this is where it starts. So we're gonna go up by 1. And we're gonna go up by 2.5. And then we're gonna go up by 1 again. Okay. We don't need this anymore. How deep is this piece? 3.25. And 1.25. Okay. So this is the end. 3.25 is the thickness from the edge. Okay. So if I take this, I want 3.25. Okay. And okay. This seems correct. 3.25. Okay. So this, I can trim this, this, and this. Yes? Yes. I think. No. I need to leave one of them. That one. Okay. Next, these chunks. I need to keep 1 millimeter as a whole. So I don't think I need this anymore because I already measured it here. So that means I need to just measure here. 1 millimeter and 1 millimeter and connect the two. And then cool. All right, we're gonna phalange this. Is that enough? Nah, it could be more. Let's try 0.5. 0.5 is good. And we're gonna do the same one here. 0.5. Perfect. And now we will trim this line. Alright, so the hole goes here. And I don't need this either. Yes. Alright, so this is solid, this is the hole. And that, I just got to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. I don't want to mirror it because I feel like the angles are weird. So we're just gonna ignore that and just try our best here. No, let's start this one. Okay, we want to start here. We want to go up 1. And I would like it to go to here. And we're just gonna connect. Motherfucker. Stop doing this to me. Let me live. What? What nonsense is this? Sir. Pin. Okay. Nah. Yes. And you. We'll go here. And we're going to use a 0.5. Got it. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this side. 0.5. Good. And now I no longer need this, and I will trim that. Okay. Okay. The hole is correct now. Wait, does it undo that? I don't know what that was. Okay. Cool. 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 This is fine. Now... Right, I need to do this on the other side too. So... What is the distance here to here? 2.5? Okay. This is such a weird shape. Okay. Hmm. 2.5. And then we're gonna go 1, 2.5. And then 1 again? No, that doesn't look right. Clearly I fucked something up. I don't know what it is, but I've definitely fucked it up. It'd be nice if I could just mirror this. Maybe I can. I don't know. Okay. So this here is... Alright, well, I think I've become confused. It's time for a break. But I did make good progress on this thing, and, you know, I'm sure I'll get it eventually. I'm still, touch and go here with streaming. I've always been a bit more seasonal. Uh, I'll, I'll be back at some point, and, then I'll play games. I heard Enshrouded added water, finally. So maybe I'll go back and finish that city I was making, or